Hello everyone. Today I would like to make a coastal chime for my backyard. I hope that you will join me for this cute idea. For this project you are going to need some decorative pieces to add to your wind chime. I will be using these cute tassels that I found at Dollar Tree. You get some cute little beads like this, and these come with a starfish and a $10, and I get 2 tassels per package. So I have 3 of these tassels here. You will also need some jute cord. These you can also find at Dollar Tree, and I will be using the navy blue and the natural color. You will also need a hanger for your chime, and I am using a 12-inch dowel for mine. I will let you know if I add any other items to my project. The first thing I want to do is to work on my hanger, and I want to just do a little loop right here. So I'm going to take some glue and just put a little bit on here. And then I'm going to take some of the string and just wrap. I also want to catch this string, so I'm going to run some of my string on each side of this piece coming up right here. And then just tie that off. I'm just going to put a couple of knots in here and then just trim this down. I'm going to go to the side again, on the side, and then put some glue here, and then I'm going to lift that. So this is the piece that comes down, or the section of the string that comes down, and then I'm going to wrap. Make sure I catch the string, so I got to run my little wrap on the side also. And then I'm going to tie this off. You are also going to need a helper, I should have mentioned. I'm just going to tie it to the other end of my table here. After you have secured your hanger, you need to cut the strings that come down. Next, I want to tie my strings off. So you can drop some glue here also. This will just help your string to stick to your hanger. So I'm going to tie that off. So when I tie this, I'm going to make sure my hanger knots are at the top, and then for my strings, I'm going to kind of run it on the bottom here like this. See my knot? Whatever knot you want to put in there to make it look cute, that's what you want to use. There we go. And then I'm going to trim this just a little bit. I do want it to stick out, you know, the end in there, so that's good. And then I'm going to move that so it doesn't catch. And then I want to go ahead and add the strings on the end of the hanger also. I grabbed another piece of the rod, and this is going to be my helper. I'm going to take the outside string here and just wrap it here. So secure the string on the length of your chime. So I have 14 inches here, and then I'm just going to wrap this on here. So there we go. This is just to secure it, and then I want to do the same with this side and secure it at 14 inches and the center also. So once you have all the main strings to the length you want and they're secure on the bottom, just take all the extra threading and just put a huge knot in there so it's out of the way. This is the string we're weaving with on the outside, and then these two are for the center, and then this is the outside. So you want to take, remember I'm doing a diamond pattern. I want to take this and then take the one from the center. So here we go, look. Well, right now it's at a half a diamond. I'm going to take this. It's like, you know, kind of like macrame, right? So take that and just put a knot in there. Okay, so here we go. Look, you see that? And then this side, take this bunch and this bunch and create that little diamond on that side, and then put a knot in that one. Kind of even that across. There we go, see? Separate that again. At this point, it doesn't matter which one, as long as you got a string going back to the outside. So take that, and we're creating another half a diamond there, and then we're going to secure the string here with a knot. Okay, I have my knot right there. You want to take the string that runs in the center here and then connect it back down the center string. You got your diamond there, and then put a knot right in here. See, like that. Now back to this side, I want to take one of these strings and bring it across right here. You see where my knot is right there? I want to knot over that knot. Now we're going to take the other one and then tie it on the outside. I have finished my 16-inch of weaving. Look at this is what it looks like right now. I feel like I need something else to help stretch this out. I wonder if I should add another row. That way it just doesn't look like an hourglass. And I'm going to take 2 strings and then add that in. Let me see how this would look. I'm going to take this off. And because this string, it just runs straight down. It doesn't, it's not knotting with anything. So see, look, so I can pull this back out. But I know where my knots are. Right here. So this is now my outside string. and it's going to go across from here. There we go. And then I'm going to take from the knot, put in a knot right there, and then I'm going to put a knot right here, so I create a knot right over that one. It looks a little better, doesn't it? It's not going like this anymore. And I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm going to pull the string back out and then create the two stabilizer on the outside, and then just weave this string back down just like I did this side. So I took out all the extra knots I had on the bottom, and I also put a knot on the center string right here. It's just to make it look pretty. What I'm going to do now is trim all this extra string I have on here. Give yourself some room here. So I'm going to trim mine down to 14 inches. I also want to add the tassels. Kind of match up. You see where that knot is right there? I'm going to take this and add another knot to the pile of knots I have. You probably want to put a couple of knots in here just to keep it secure. I made mine too loose. Hold on. Yeah, push those knots down into the pile of knots. I think this is good. I'm going to trim that. So here we go. So see, look. So we have the beads with the starfish, and then we have the regular strings coming down. Now, so I have that one. The middle one, because it's just one string, right? I think I can just re-knot it like this. There we go. That's good. And then one more, maybe two more. I want my string to come down, not sideways. There we go. I got it coming down. And because I only have that one string, I think I'll just keep the full length on this one that came with the tassel. I am adding extra string to these tassels right here in the middle. So I did this one, I guess the camera shut off. So there's that one, there's this one. I have one tassel left. It doesn't do me any good to hang on to this. Maybe the starfish. I might use the starfish in another project. I do have other coastal projects, so I can add it to that, right? So here's my beads. I have 9 beads. I think I will tie those in. all the beads on now. This looks pretty good, look. And then the last thing I want to do is add another string on top right here. Once your string is tied down, take your string and run it through the loops. There we go. And then don't forget, you gotta leave that opening here. That way you're able to tie it off to whatever you're gonna put it on. You know, if it's gonna be a hook, I would just put another knot right there, like this, depending on how thick your hook is. And then that way, it'll hang like this, right? Okay, I like it. That is pretty cute, right? I'm hoping that when I hang it up, you know, the weights down here will display my diamonds. I don't know. I have decided to add some seashells to help with the weight. You know, that might be something you want to add to yours, right? Some seashells. See, like these seashells, like I have some of these. And then one more over here. I have a video in my coastal playlist where I show you how to drill these shells if you want to take a look. And I do have some cute tutorials in the playlist too, so take a look. There we go. We have shells added now. The only thing I need to do now is to go hang this up and show you what it looks like in my yard. Here is my new coastal wind chime. It is cute, right? I like it. And then my tassels. They're bunching a little bit in the center right here. You see there? But I think overall it still looks really cute. I like it. I am happy I decided to make myself a new wind chime. I hope you like my wind chime and that you make one for yourself also. Thank you for stopping by. I will see you next time.